story time. It's story time. It's story time. I thought we'd take a story time break and read one of my favorite books. It is called One Word from Sophia by Jim Averbeck and Yasmeen Ismial. This book is awesome. Let's go. I hope you guys can see the pictures. I just love the illustrations. Remember, you guys, the pictures are called illustrations in a book, okay? All right. Here we go. Sophia's birthday was coming up, and she had 5 things on her mind. 1 true desire and 4 problems. Her 1 true desire was to get a pet giraffe for her birthday. The 4 problems were mother, who was a judge, father, who was a businessman, Uncle Conrad, who was a politician, and grandma, who was very strict. Sophia presented her case to mother. I would like a giraffe, she said, because they burn less gasoline, so they meet federal regulations better than the cars we use now. In the last 50 years, no giraffes have been recalled for defective parts, and newer models have a particularly strong record. Also, giraffes have not been shown to be the cause of any major diseases. Giraffes are legal in all 50 states. And a giraffe could take me to the ballet class and deliver me right to the 2nd floor. Her argument was accompanied by a compelling slideshow that included a map of the walk to class. I'm sorry, said mother in her decision, but I would have to rule against a giraffe. At this time, you provide no proof that you're ready for a pet ownership and fail to cite any laws about minors driving quadrupeds, as your argument was too verbose. Verbose? Asked Sophia. What's that mean? Too many words, said mother. How many should I use? Fewer, said mother, and she retired to her chambers. So Sophia used fewer words with father. Giraffes, said Sophia, are a good source of manure, which could be sold at a profit at garden centers and activists. In short, people will pay me for poop. Her proposal was accompanied by a compelling graph showing how much money she would make. I'm sorry, said father, but your business plan is unsound. You failed to count the cost of the care and feeding for your manure producer, not to mention the warehousing of poop. And your presentation was far too effusive. Effusive? Asked Sophia. What does that mean? Too many words, said father. How many words should I use? Fewer, said father, and he got back on his business conference call. Sophia polled the other members of the household. And presented the results to Uncle Conrad. 4 out of 5 respondents are in favor of giraffes, she said. The results are accompanied by a compelling pie chart. Sorry, said Uncle Conrad, but your results indicate that being in favor of giraffe ownership will cost me support from the pony American community. And besides, your report is far too loquacious. Sophia didn't even need to ask. Finally, she approached Grandma. She accompanied her plea with a compelling foot rub. No, said Grandma, and do try to get to the point next time. In a last desperate attempt for her birthday, Sophia prepared to speak to everyone at once. She revised and shortened her proposition until it was just one word. Please. The proposal was accompanied by a particularly compelling pair of eyes. Please. On her birthday, Sophia was delighted to find that short and sweet often brings results. One word really worked, she said. And two words come in handy as well. Thank you. I love that story. Yeah, so you guys can ask questions about the story, have a discussion about the story. Is it okay to have big old huge giraffes in the house? Would it be fun? I think it would be fun. I had a giraffe. I actually had two. Yeah, it was about 10 years ago. It was crazy. I had one giraffe and I didn't even realize that it was in the back of the place where I was living. And so I went out the back door and I just saw a head like super high and there was a tree and it was just like, dang. And I was like, what is going on? And so I go out to the back and apparently my neighbor is like an exchanger of exotic animals, and so he had to bring some to his house during some type of travel, and one of the giraffes got out. So I'm like, giraffes in the backyard? And so I'm like, wow. So I closed the gate. You know, it didn't try to attack me or anything. It looks like it was trying to eat. And by the time I turned back around, there's another giraffe on my neighbor's side. And they were like, you know, interacting with each other. It was so crazy. I opened the gate and let them both come into the back, eat from the trees. Oh man, they used to just come visit. Giraffe life. Giraffe life. Story time's over. Story break. Time to get some more projects.